Welcome to Gaia's Love, a podcast of brief messages to help humanity bridge the gap to the new earth. My name is Vivienne Gerard. It is my delight to be a scribe for consciousness today, sharing the wisdom that flows through from Source. Here we go. Episode 264. It is Monday here in Cincinnati. It's hot and sticky, a little cloudy, looks like it might rain. Mid-September, moving towards the fall-autumn season with all the leaves dropping. It is a really pretty time here in the Midwest. I arrived today clearing some energy in my throat chakra, which I've been doing all weekend. And it feels like many are clearing a bunch right now. The full moon in Pisces was beautiful and intense and powerful, and also offers us an opportunity to change some old stories, like I talked about on Friday, to clear some karma, to step into whatever it is that perhaps is of greater service for our path, our journeys next. So today, when I was tuning into what would most serve, I am reminded often of how our minds can take us down into these rabbit holes and have us doubt the things that in one moment we're so sure of, and then the next moment we think we're crazy, and how did we ever think that was possible, or that was over, or this was beginning. And so I thought what might be of service would be some suggested mantras for our Monday morning. Because when we can give our mind something to focus on and to think about and to repeat and to say over and over, it takes us out of those loops, out of those little spirals down that are so easy to follow. And when I was thinking about which mantras I like the most, there are tons of them, and it depends on what feels best in the moment. What felt best today is one that I used to read every single morning. It's a long one. I used to read it every single morning when I was going through my separation and divorce, and I was working full time after being home with my children full time, and there were so many changes in my life that it felt like the world was constantly just spinning in and around me. And so at that time I found this book. A friend recommended it, and I've talked about this book so often. It's called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and I usually talk about it in connection to bodies and illnesses. She has this amazing list at the back of her book that describes what's going on in our bodies and how that's connected to our thoughts and our emotions, and how we can take charge of changing that and becoming healthier and more at ease. So usually that's why I recommend the book. But there is so much content before that list in the back, and so much wisdom and life experience that she shares, Louise Hay shares. In the very, very center, at least I always felt like that, because the book naturally opens to these 2 pages. At the very center of my book, there is a 2-page prayer or offering that she wrote that I printed out. I kept it in my journal. I would read it in the morning before I went to work, and sometimes in the middle of the day, sometimes when I got back home before I walked in the door. I would read it to constantly remind myself that I am creating the life that I'm living, and the thoughts that I choose are directly impacting what is coming next, what is being created around me. And so today that popped to mind, that prayer or mantra popped to mind when I thought, what can we focus on today that will really help us stay in alignment with all that we're here to be? So I'm going to read it to you. My suggestion always whenever I recommend a book is find the link, which I'll put at the bottom of the podcast comments. Find the link and buy the book for yourself, or read it, find it at a used bookstore. This this prayer is just so powerful, and it encompasses so much. So as you listen to it, allow yourself to take the one or two lines that most resonate with you, and then let that be your mantra for today, and just repeat it over and over when your mind wants to tell you that this isn't right, or that's going the wrong way, or blah, blah, blah. You can say those lines over and over, and they will guide you. Yeah, and then you can always come back and listen to the whole thing again, and another couple lines will pop out. There's so much here. All right, so this is the prayer from, what page is it, so I can tell you? Page 102 in the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. I live in harmony and balance with everyone I know. Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my consciousness, my very being, and radiates out from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied. The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes me feel good. It is an expression of my inner joy. I love myself, therefore I take loving care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing foods and beverages. I lovingly groom it and dress it, and my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. I love myself, therefore I provide for myself a comfortable home, one that fills all my needs and is a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms with the vibration of love, so that all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it. I love myself, therefore I work at a job I truly enjoy doing, one that uses my creative talents and abilities, working with and for people I love and who love me, and earning a good income. I love myself, therefore I behave and think in a loving way to all people, for I know that which I give out returns to me multiplied. I only attract loving people in my world, for they are a mirror of what I am. I love myself, therefore I forgive and totally release the past and all past experiences, and I am free. I love myself, therefore I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good, and knowing that my future is bright and joyous and secure, for I am a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me, now and forevermore. All is well in my world. Thank you, Louise Hay, for such beautiful wisdom. My invitation is to take a line or two and repeat them over and over, and just allow the love to expand. Thank you for tuning into this vibration of pure love. I invite you to join me in aligning with the optimal health of your mind, body, spirit in the virtual community of Viv's Energy Gym. You can learn more at mysouljourney.com. Let's take this message of Gaia's love out into all of our relationships and communities today. So much love from my heart to yours.